how Gary Vee actually made his money. What I'm doing this video is a lot of people think he actually made his money from SMMA. If you don't know SMMA, it is social media marketing agency. As a person who's been coming from the digital marketing industry, is not actually that easy. So a lot of people think, watching some Iman Gadzhi videos, they think it is the new big thing, like NFTs just getting, they haven't run any ads before, and they just like find people from Upwork, which is doable. So I teach that method as well, completely free. But now I'm going to talk about how his actually success occurred in real life. So the first $2 million that he got is from the family business, right? Family business is the wine business that how he got started. His dad already had this wine business, which he claims he contributed for it to become $2 million a year business, right? And then he got these funds, $2 million business, but the wine industry, the profit margins are kind of small, but still, he has enough money to invest. And he comes to invest in Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, one of the early investors, right? It's not big of money, but back in those days, it quite is, right? So he was one of the early investors. So imagine this money is compounding over the years, that early investment money, because these like tech social media companies blew up, guys. So this is not a small amount. This is not a small compound, right? And then he launched this SMMA. So in this time frame, this might be in conjunction with this early investor, because in SMMA, you don't need a huge funds to start right away. You can literally start with zero money. You just run ads to get customers. And then at the same time, the point is, with this SMMA stuff going at the moment, he started running this SMMA in conjunction to his public speaking. And then bam, with the public speaking though, you don't need any money as well. So he started doing his public speaking here. And when he also, this could be, by the way, at the same time with the early investing period, right? Because he had this interest in social media and stuff, and he was also running Google Ads for his business, so he knew how to run ads, right? A lot of successful people are coming from these direct mail, like Alex Hormozi. I will do one Alex Hormozi version of this if you get enough likes in this video. 1K likes is minimum, so go down and like this video. I will do the same with Alex Hormozi. So here, public speaking, this is not just public speaking, he uses public speaking to generate clients into his SMMA. So SMMA is not easy, guys. That's why I'm telling people time and time again, it is not easy, super saturated. But back then, when he started, it was like 2012 or something, right? I think he claims he started this in 2009. Just imagine how big Facebook ads was. Like, Facebook ads were like super easy back in 2012-13. There were no bans happening. The iOS 14 wasn't an issue. It was super easy to get around stuff, right? Like that's why Mark Zuckerberg got into trouble, because the targeting was super accurate. And a lot of dropshipping gurus made their money out of that. Now everybody's just making money out of selling dropshipping courses, right? So in 2009, imagine this. And you can actually run successful ads for your clients that you can create notoriety with that success of their SMMA, but there's no way you can grow this big. And he started public speaking. Imagine public speaking slowly growing, and then people seeing, and it creates an authority figure. Because, like, regardless how many people watches you, if you take a couple of photos when you're public speaking, I mean, I'm not talking about Gary Vee, like, taking a couple of photos. He's, like, huge in public speaking. People are paying thousands of dollars for him to get on stage and talk about random stuff. But just imagine, if you even take a couple of pictures when you're speaking on stage and then post it, and a lot of people will see that and post it on YouTube, post it on your socials, you will build authority. And a lot of, in today's day and age, it's been throughout the history, there's a big appeal to authority, which actually gets you a lot of customers. It's been put out in the Book of Influence by Robert Cialdini. If you haven't read that book yet, definitely I would suggest you go ahead and read it. With this authority, he increases odds to compare to his competitors, because otherwise you have to craft your offer with SMMA, right? You have to have a crafty offer. And the charges that you charge, of course, there's no hard cost in running a social media marketing agency, because like your margins are literally 100%. Like you're not paying for a product or something, right? You literally have just agency tools, Salesforce, whatever it is. Like if you have a website, that's about it. And you pay for, media buyers to run the ads. You have the authority, you get the clients. And on that time, when he was growing on public speaking, he started his YouTube channel. And the documentation of the daily life, which actually got him to this point. Rich Piana started doing this back in 2013, like recording his daily routine, which blew his channel up to millions of subscribers. At that time, that was such a new concept, like vlogs or vlogs, whatever you want to call it. Vlogs of a successful person. Rich Piana was like a bodybuilder back then, right? He started to boost like a daily life, and Gary Vee got on it earlier than Rich Piana. So imagine this growth trajectory on YouTube combined with public speaking, which grew his audience, which is free ads for his SMMA business, and which actually led him to get to this point today in 2023 right now. So without this, guys, I'm talking about how he actually, a lot of people see him being so successful and asking me, Jim, how about Gary Vee? How about XYZ? But with Gary Vee, the case is not SMMA being a super lucrative business. It is the case of his public speaking, plus the investments back in that, plus the vlog, getting into the vlog train really early, back in Rich Piana blew up. And he joined that train, which is constantly giving him free leads. Otherwise, how are you going to get leads? Word of mouth from the existing customers, which is super hard. I worked in a startup, an agency startup, which was backed with a bigger media agency, which they were paying the salaries and whatnot. So we didn't have to, be profitable right off the bat, which was super hard to get clients. Even when you had like world-class salesmen, which we had. It was still so tough. And then you have to pay for leads or referrals. Referrals is super hard, guys. Like you can get referrals, paid like affiliate marketing type of stuff, but you have to give a cut and you have to have a really good source of referrals, right? So you have to have really good ties with other agencies. I'm assuming a lot of you starting from scratch, you don't, right? What is the other option? Organic social media, which Gary Vee is doing, but if you're starting from scratch, I assume not a lot of your followers are like big businesses, Fortune 500 businesses. So the best option is running ads, not cold emailing, not cold calling, because you cannot get big businesses to start working with you. I see a lot of business owners just, jumping on phone calls and, like trying to record their process of, reaching out to business owners. I saw this on your landing page. I think if we do this, we can, boost your conversion rates or whatnot. Nobody replies to that. Like, you can do it. I did it back in 2018. It was still not that saturated, but like call DMing people was just like booming around that time. I caught the train a little late, but it was still successful. But now, 2023, 5 years from that time, it is almost impossible, guys. Like, definitely give it a shot and you will see what I mean. Like, you will, let's say, DM 100 people, 100 businesses in a week, let's say. Let's just give an example. 100 people, right? And every DM that you're going to send, you have to do a little bit of research about that business, right? Because you have to use a framework which is going to be, I saw this on your website, on your ads. You look at the ads website. You have to find some points that you can improve. So you're going to pitch them to get on a sales call. Out of that 100, I guarantee you not more than 10 people are going to reply back. And I'm being generous here. Like, I will say two out of 100 will reply back. And you're not going to get even one sales call out of that. Out of 100. And 100 times 30. That's how many minutes you're going to spend on, researching those people. So just imagine this, 100 times 30 minutes. For each business, you're going to spend 30 minutes to research and get in touch with them. So what end up happening is you're just going to spend hundreds of thousands of minutes, hours, days to get like one sales call, which is gonna be a really small budget customers, who's not gonna pay your rent anyways. So what is my solution? I'm gonna link the video here. Is running ads, direct response advertising with a banger offer. So your offer has to be really banger. Let's say work for us for free, and if you don't get 2x ROAS, don't pay us, or something like that. Like I have a full 12-hour free video, as I said. Go watch that. So I'm not selling you anything, no upsells, no downsells. That I think the greatest way to do it. If you like this type of video, like analyzing, dissecting how people who claim to make their money, or not claim, but people think how they made their money from SMMA, and we can get deep and analyze it. If you like this type of video, please subscribe, and if you get 1K like, I will do one for Alex Hormozi. Take care.